Alright, so it's official, Vitaly has hit rock bottom in the Philippines. And no, this isn't just about losing his gains or shedding a few tears behind bars. This man has somehow spiraled so far out of control that he might have accidentally rewritten the law, not as a reformer, but as the most chaotic, clout-chasing disaster the country's seen in years. Let's break it all down. Because between the bail denial, the body transformation, the jail transfer, and now a data privacy law that his antics helped trigger, this story has evolved from YouTuber in trouble to international embarrassment getting legally humbled in 4K. Let's rewind just a bit. Until recently, Vitaly was being held in a Philippine immigration facility, basically a holding area for foreigners pending deportation. Think of it as jail light. Like airplane peanuts, technically food, but barely. But that ended fast. On June 11th, the Bureau of Immigration officially handed him over to the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, BJMP. Let me be clear, that's not just a change of departments, that's a full upgrade to hard mode. Why? Because Vitaly's no longer just a deportation case. Now, he's being prosecuted as a local criminal. He's facing actual criminal charges, which means he's staying in jail until the court finishes his case. Only after that, maybe, he goes back to immigration custody. But even that's not guaranteed. Bottom line, he's stuck, and nobody's coming to save him. Oh, and a quick update I had to add after recording the original breakdown, Vitaly actually posted bail for his unjust vexation case. But before you start thinking he's free, hold up. He wasn't released. Instead, he was transferred back to the Immigration Holding Center, where he's still being held for deportation. He's been officially labeled an undesirable foreign national. So yeah, he's still locked up, and likely regretting every second of it. Now, let's talk about the visual shock that hit social media like a truck. New photos dropped after his transfer and people couldn't believe what they were seeing. This is the same guy who used to look like a human protein shake, veins bulging, chest puffed, grinning like he just bench pressed an apology video. Now? Gone. The muscle? Gone. The smug smile? Gone. His face looks sunken, his body shrunk, and his whole aura screams, I messed up. So what happened? Simple. Two things. 1. No gym equipment in Filipino jails. None. I'll show you photos, these cells barely have space to lie down, let alone deadlift. 2. No more performance enhancers. If he was using any kind of testosterone, supplements, or stacks, kiss all that goodbye. Now he's living on rice, stress, and regret. And don't forget, jail meals aren't exactly bodybuilder approved. Word is he's not getting nearly enough calories for someone his size. Not out of malice, just out of poor jail resources. If you're 90 kilos in a system built for smaller, underfed inmates, you're not getting the bulk servings you're used to. You're starving. Now here's where the story goes from tragic to straight up surreal. Because of Vitaly and streamers like him, the Philippines just introduced a new national data privacy guideline. Yeah. You heard right. The chaos this man caused was so disruptive that the government had to patch the system mid-season. According to the National Privacy Commission, vloggers are now required to blur faces of bystanders in public content. NPC Circular Number 2024-2001, yes, they even gave it a boss fight title, is in full effect. Under this rule, if someone hasn't explicitly agreed to be on camera, you better blur them or face civil, criminal, and administrative consequences. This doesn't just apply to pranksters or viral vloggers. It hits all creators, streamers, vloggers, even people using body cams. You now need privacy notices, verbal explanations, and proper handling of all bystander footage. This is what happens when clout chasers turn public spaces into reality shows without consent. So yeah, not only is Vitaly behind bars, he's now literally part of the reason Philippine digital law evolved. He didn't just break the rules, he helped reshape them. And remember, this isn't a luxury lockup. The BJMP is infamous for being overcrowded, underfunded, and harsh. For someone who once lived lavishly, flexed online, and acted like he was invincible, this is more than punishment, it's a reality check. Some locals have even said, if this happened under former President Duterte, Vitaly might not even be in jail. He'd be gone. Off-grid. No trial. No headlines. Just disappeared. That's how seriously the Philippines used to handle foreign disrespect. And even now, with new leadership, the message is loud and clear: if you abuse the country's hospitality, you face the law. Fully. No exceptions. Let's not forget, Vitaly tried begging for bail. Swore he wouldn't flee, promised to behave. The court said, absolutely not. Why? Because he's a massive flight risk. And both Russia and the US made it clear, they want nothing to do with him. Russia publicly denounced his behavior, warning its citizens not to emulate him. That's diplomat speak for he's your problem now. The US? Same story. He's only a green card holder, not a citizen. They're not burning resources on a PR nightmare like this. So the Philippines got the memo. They moved him to BJMP because no one's coming. Not Russia. Not America. But that didn't stop the delusional fan theories. One former fan, someone Vitaly ghosted, by the way, is still out here claiming he's valuable enough to trade internationally. Bro, what? This guy thinks Russia will swap Filipino inmates for Vitaly like it's the NBA draft. Or that Trump will personally intervene because Aiden Ross and the Nelk boys are mutuals. Be serious. Vitaly is not Edward Snowden. He's not a spy. He's not a whistleblower. He's a gym bro with a GoPro who thought breaking laws in public was a content strategy. And the saddest part? That same fan admitted that Vitaly cut him off years ago, refused to collab, never returned a message. Yet he's still defending him like a puppy waiting for a pat on the head. That's not loyalty. That's delusion. So let's be crystal clear, nobody's coming to save Vitaly. Not Russia. Not the US. Not Trump. Not Aiden. Not the Nelk boys. Not even that poor guy he ignored. From YouTube stunts to jail bunks, Vitaly's fall from grace is the ultimate warning shot to every clout chaser on the internet. He thought going viral meant he was untouchable. He thought consequences were just a comment section thing. He forgot one important truth. The Philippines isn't a playground. It's a sovereign nation. With real laws. Real consequences. And if you break them, it doesn't matter how many followers you have, you're getting locked up. Your name will make headlines, not for fame, but for shame. And instead of likes, you'll get cell blocks. So yeah, Vitaly may have accidentally changed the law. But it came at the cost of his freedom, his career, and maybe even his identity. Let that sink in the next time you see someone live streaming their obnoxious nonsense in public. Because if the Philippines can lock up one clout gremlin, they can absolutely lock up more. Stay safe. Stay respectful. Stay off the cringe side of YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.